crowd is assembled at the American Airlines Center looking for a Mavericks win here in downtown Dallas. Well, it was the Toronto Raptors winning their last game against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
They looked very stable, pretty much from the get-go, guys. A solid output, solid effort. And, you know, sometimes you'll see some inconsistencies come up in a road game, but they were pretty solid there.
I was very impressed with the balance they displayed, guys. Different people carried it.
All right, you're up. Oh, yeah.
Looking at Dallas, they want to turn it around after the loss to Charlotte.
Guys, given their performance in that game, which was less than pretty, by the way, I had a hard time believing it wound up as close as it did.
Likewise, I feel the same way, Steve. I mean, when it was coming down the stretch, I was thinking, how in the heck are they still in this game? You got to be kidding me. You got the sense that it was never going to be their night.
Garcia, he's checked in for Toronto. And let's look at some league leaders. Big defense being played by these small forwards. They're leading their position in blocks over the last month. And you look at Johnson, 5th in the league in patrolling the paint.
And that's a group of perhaps the most well-rounded defenders in the league. Solid on the perimeter with the ability to block shots on the inside.
And that's the ideal makeup of a wing defender. The perimeter defense is really a requirement. I mean, you got to be able to do that, but you can also block shots like these guys can. You become even more valuable. Chandler Parsons, really a nice fit in Dallas. He gives them a much-needed three-point shooter alongside Nowitzki, and he also has the athleticism and ball-handling ability to slash inside and create shots for others.
Chandler with a screen for Rondo. Back to Chandler. He feeds it to Ellis. 5 on the clock. Rondo passes to Parsons. A three-pointer off the mark.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
Yeah, even though it's early, I mean, that's a great sign for them for the rest of the game. Lou Williams at 6'1", about 175 pounds, a scoring guard in a point guard's body. He's best playing off the ball offensively, but guarding the point guard defensively, so you often see him cross-matched with opponents.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Stoudemire's checked in for Chandler. Aminu comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. Devin Harris is checked in for Monte Ellis. And Barea subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Stoudemire goes in. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And you mentioned Lou Williams, a scoring guard, but his scoring rate, Clark, down over the last couple seasons.
And, you know, his turnover rate had typically been excellent, but that's increased by almost double as his scoring numbers have gone down. But some of that is due to him coming off of that knee injury. It usually takes a couple of seasons, Kevin. When you tear that ACL, you get back after 1, but it's not until year 2 that you begin to regain your old form.
Very effective screen to set up the jumper. That was the key to that play.
Barea kicks to Stoudemire. It's good. Great play set up by Barea.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
Yeah, me too, Clark. I think anytime you have success pounding the ball inside, you got to continue to go to the well.
Here's Garcia. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
And that's why teams emphasize the use of screens and picks, just to get you some open looks like that one.
Harris against Williams. Harris dishes to Barea.
J.J. Barea, quick scoring guard, great attacking off of pick and rolls. And for his size, I'll tell you what, he has an impressive ability to finish around the rim.
And for Barea, at just 6 feet, a scrappy defender, Clark. He plays in close, and he's a master of drawing charges.
Yeah, you know, the league actually cracked down on him a little bit. One of the players singled out for flopping, and that's mitigated one of his best defensive weapons.
Johnson in the corner. And Garcia kicks to Williams. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Everybody on the floor is hot. Incredible stuff here in the early stages.
Tell you what, both teams playing downhill. Who's going to blink first?
Here is Barea, guarded by Garcia. Barea, the pass to Harris. Dishes it to Stoudemire. Baseline jumper, and he hits the jump shot. Stoudemire's got 6. On to this It's been a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Pretty good start defensively. This club forced some mistakes and took advantage, and that's how they built this lead.
And they've built the lead because not only have they forced turnovers, but they've taken care of the ball themselves. So that's a winning combination.
Chandler Parsons out there with Stoudemire. Then there's Al-Farouq Aminu. Then there's J.J. Barea. And it's Harris in at the shooting guard position. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. Up and in on the layup. Harris has got his first points of the night.
Brought back the finger roll. That's a nice finesse move to pull off with the defense all over him.
Harris against Garcia. Lowry dishes to Ross. Outside, Garcia. Toronto needs to get off a shot. A three ball. No good from Ross.
Coach Rick Carlisle is really a competitive guy. He's hardworking, brings a razor-sharp intensity to the job. A former NBA player himself, but he's not what you would call a player's coach. At least he doesn't fit that description as we've become accustomed to hearing it applied. He's not buddy-buddy with this guy. He is clearly all business.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, guys, who wouldn't like a raise of over 17 times their current salary? That's what Chandler Parsons received this offseason, going from making under $1 million a season to earning 3 years, $46 million. And Kevin, Parsons was a steal in his prior salary, but at $15 million a season, he'll need to continue to improve.
Still young with a very versatile game. Doris, thank you. And Steve, when you played, was that important really to have a coach who really connected with players on the floor, or was it all about business?
No, I think it's important to connect with your players on a personal level. You need to get to know them, and they need to get to know you. There's got to be a healthy amount of trust for the relationships to work.
Out to the wing. Harris kicks to Parsons. Parsons, right side, sinks the three-pointer. Parsons got the lead up to 2 now for Dallas.
Back and forth we go. That basket gives us just another lead change.
And there have been too many of those to keep track of. What a contest.
Outside, Garcia. Ross in the corner, and stolen by Harris. Here we go, one-on-one. A nice shot by Barea. Now it's a 4-point Maverick lead. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Mavericks?
They've come out in attack mode defensively, applying pressure and stealing the ball repeatedly.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too. It was a slow start for him, but he started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Good work defensively by Lowry.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might well tell the story in this one.
And that should tilt things toward them. I mean, they've been winning that battle.
Harris passes to Barea. Back to Harris. Puts up a three. Pass to Barea. Feeds it to Harris. Barea kicks to Aminu. Dallas moving it around. Now the dish to Parsons. The shot misses. Johnson with the defensive effort.
It's interesting that the Mavs almost exclusively built through free agency. You know, they make draft picks, but they always seem to have a hand in free agency come July.
Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
You know what? Can you believe there have been 7 lead changes already, guys?
Wow.
Yeah, we're still in the first half. I mean, the way this thing is going, this could turn into a wild.
And we've reached halftime in this one. The Raptors.
Thank you, Kevin.
All right, guys, focus on me. We got them where we want them, and we can quiet these. Let's see what you got, son.
Mavericks trailed by 5, setting the 4 for the Raptors. Lowry and DeRozan, they're the backcourt. Patterson is the 4 with Valanciunas in the middle. And it's Johnson in at the 3 spot.
Well, he wasn't phased at all by the bigger man on him. And on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he'd prefer to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works, go to it.
Outside, Garcia. Outside, DeRozan. Garcia against Rondo. Garcia goes in.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You can hear the impact from where I am.
Toronto shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. That's good from Garcia. And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
The main thing there was that he got them a 2-possession lead despite the 1 miss.
Well, the Toronto Raptors guys looking at a rebrand for a team starting next season to celebrate their 20th anniversary in the league. Boy, time flies. New colors, Steve, and a new logo.
Yeah, they'd even considered a name change, but decided to stick with the Raptors. But the chance perhaps to go with that bird of prey connotation rather than a dinosaur.
Expanding his range. Good. Garcia's got 15.
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick 3 of their own.
Yeah, terrific. Great back-and-forth sequence right there.
And you go back to when the Raptors came into existence in 1995, it was Jurassic Mania, thanks to the hit movie at that time. That influenced the fan vote when it came to the team's name, but I think the Tyrannosaurus thing may soon go extinct.
Coming out strong here in the 3rd quarter. That's 4 for 5 shooting for this team.
2 minutes gone in this 3rd quarter now. There's the pass to DeRozan. Back to Garcia. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Well, you talk about the branding of this Raptors team, the new uniforms. Of course, we saw the Toronto-bred rapper Drake at a lot of their games sitting courtside. They had the playoff run last year. This is, I think, an up-and-coming franchise with a lot of appeal.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam. Some rugged defense there against one of the stronger finishers in the game.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Pretty bad defense, letting the offense get right to the rim, but smart play to foul once he was there.
But you know what's going to happen. They sent a message right there. Nothing easy inside.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Amari Stoudemire is checked in for Chandler. Harris comes in for Ellis. And Barea subbed in for Rajon Rondo.
One thing you know when it comes to the Mavericks is they're not going to sit back and stand pat. They want to reload, not rebuild.
Terrence Ross is checked in for Johnson. Raptors leading by 5. The feed now to Ross. Outside DeRozan. Outside Garcia. Passes it to Ross. Launches it. Amari Stoudemire with the rebound. Gallus has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the 3rd quarter so far. Barea with it. Now defended by Garcia. Barea dishes to Stoudemire. That's Nowitzki at the elbow. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Nowitzki's got his first 2 points of the night.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Patterson passes to Garcia. It's good from long range. And the Raptors lead by 6.
He's a big reason.